Hello everyone, welcome back to Algebra 2 class. Today we are going to continue our conversation about exponential and logarithmic function. And today we are finally coming to introduce this new topic, logarithms. So before we start this new topic, let's have a quick warm up about the lesson we talked about last time. In last lesson, we introduced exponential equation and we mentioned the most important part of the method, which is called the common base, which means we are going to change the equation to be having the same base. When they have the same base, of course, they are going to have the same exponents. So let's check this equation. When we see this equation, the very first thing we notice, the base is 4, and the other one, the base is 8. So apparently there's no direct, conversion between 4 and 8. So it seems that we have to find another number. So it's, serve as a bridge. So we can change the both bases to be that base, and then we probably have the same base. Of course, it's always a great idea to pause the video here to solve the equation on your own and then come back later to compare your answer with mine. So as we know, when we see 4 and 8, very easy to link to that number, which is 2, right? So I know 4 is 2 to the second power. So when I rewrite a 4, outside part I still have 3x. And for 8, I know the base can be changed to 2 to the third power. Again, is going to be like this. So the next part is very straightforward. I'm going to take out the parentheses, and do not forget, when we deal with power of the power, we are going to multiply these two exponents. So the first one is going to be 6x. And when you multiply these two, do not forget this 3 times x minus 1 together. So it's actually 3 times x, 3 times 1. Now, same base, same exponents. So now we just solve equation like a regular way. And 3x equal to negative 3, we divide by 3. And x will be negative 1. And that's it. That's going to be our answer for this one. So again, if you solve them on your own, you can definitely compare your answer now to see if you have the same answer as mine. Now, let's talk about the logarithm. And you may have a lot of questions like, what does that mean? What is this word coming from? And why we put this in the unit with exponential functions, things like that. These are all the great questions. So let's just quickly discuss one thing. For example, 4 to the x equal to 32. So, or you know what? Let's change another case here. Not really 32. I'm going to change a little bit weird number so it's easy to have that conversation. 37. So when we see that, we can say, hey, I need to solve this to have a, like, I need to change them to the same base. But when you see the number like 37, there's no way you can set a bridge to say, I can change the 4 to some base, I can change 37. There's just no such number for you to do mental math like that. Then for this equation, does that mean we have no solution or there's any other way? So that will be the first question. Another thing is, remember when we talk about exponential function, we always say, hey, for example, we put some money in the deposit account. You probably have it. Your parents might have it. So when they put deposit account, then if I just save the money in the bank account, I can earn the interest to increase the value of the money. And over certain years, it can be reached to a certain amount. So the question is, before I can easily to tell, for example, the bank interest is 2% each year. And then you can definitely know after, let's say, 15 years, how much money I'm going to have. But what if I do have money here, and I want to reach a goal to say, I want to save to $22,000. And based on seeing this situation, then how many years I am going to reach my goal? That question actually can be answered in many ways. Even in the situation, for example, in the future when you go to college, most likely you are taking the student loan. And when you graduate, when you get a job, you need to figure out how many years you are going to take to clear your debt. And the way you do that, you can start, planning how much money you need to pay each month, and after certain times, you can probably just clear everything. This kind of question can all link to the common question is we are looking for exponents, right? Because in this, in this scenario, how many years we are looking for exponents over the time is actually exponent. In this situation is also we look for exponents. So what kind of operation can help us to find exponents, which is logarithm. So logarithm is one can help us to find exponents. So what does that mean? Let me give you a quick example. We know 2 to the third power is 8, right? So another way to write it using log, meaning log is looking for exponents. So log is, I write down the base in the little corner here, and then 2 to what power is 8? The answer is 3. So this kind of operation is called log. We're looking for exponents. So now let's check more examples. You will have definitely better ideas. Okay, let's check the this kind of questions here. So to better understanding logarithm, I'm going to give you a different exponential form to rewrite them in the logarithmic form so you have better understanding. Remember, log is looking for exponents. For example, 3 to the fourth power is 81. That means 3 to what power is 81 is 4. By the way, one thing I want to remind you is when you write it, make sure that base is in the corner, bottom here. The 81 is in the top. So do not write like in the same size like this. You cannot tell which one is a base. So make sure there's a difference here. This one telling us 4 to what power is 1 over 16, which is 4 to negative 2 power is 1 over 16. Let's just reconsider this format here. What this logarithmic form to tell us, meaning 2 to the negative 2 power is 1/4. What does that mean? That means 42, the half root of 42 is 7. So half root of 42 is 7. Another word, square root of 49 is 7, which is the definition of a rational exponent. So that's a very straightforward calculation. Now you see the connection between log and exponents. Now we are going to just do some pure calculation based on log. Let's check these 4 numbers here. Again, do not use calculator because in this case, we are going to have a better understanding regarding what kind of calculation we are going to do. So that's why do not use calculator and use your mental math to help you figure out the process. So first question, whenever I do that, question you are going to ask yourself is 2 to what power is 8? Then 2 to what power is 8? We know 2 times 2 times 2 is going to be 8. So that's why 3, right? So this one seems so big. So question again, 5 to what number is going to be 60 to 5? Again, so we know 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 is 125. Not yet. Then multiply 5 again, you will see is actually 600 to 25. So now we know 5 to 4th power is 625. So that's why this answer is 4. Always remember, log looking for exponents. So this question is actually straightforward. 6 to what power is 1 over 36? Do not forget, whenever we see 1 over, that indicates negative exponents. And we know 6 to the second power is 36. So that means this is negative 2. So this one meaning 6 to the negative 2 power is 1 over 36. Of course, this answer is going to be negative 2. Let's see the last one. Last one can be tricky, right? Because question is 5 to what power is square root 5? So we know square root 5 is actually 5 to, what is the rational exponents here? Half, right? So 5 to what power is 5 to this? Same base, same exponent. So that means 5 to the half power is square root of 5. This is actually definition. So sometimes the question can be tricky, but the overall, this idea, this introduction just give you the idea is, what is log? Log is looking for exponents. So that's the new operation strongly related to exponents. So that's why we put them together for you to compare these two new functions, new operations for you to understand this process, okay? Thank you so much for watching this video. I know this is the first time we interact with logarithms, so probably you have more questions, but take this practice and rewatch the video as needed. Later, we're going to do more practice. I believe you will have definitely better understanding for this topic, okay? See you soon, everyone. Take care.